In previous videos, we've learned how to create vector objects using the basic shape tools. We've also created paths with a pen tool, and we've learned how to combine shapes using the Pathfinder panel. In this video, we'll learn how to create compound shapes. With a compound shape, you can combine multiple objects into one unique compound shape that can be filled and stroked as one. You can also modify each piece of the compound shape individually. We'll start with an open document in Illustrator of two trees. If you'd like to follow along, at the bottom of this video you'll see a link and you can download this file. Let's use this open document to see how we can combine shapes. The tree on the left consists of many shapes that were created with the ellipse tool. We can always select these shapes. Let's deselect the trunk. We'll hold down the Shift key and deselect the trunk, and let's go up to Window and open the Pathfinder panel. When the Pathfinder panel opens, you'll see several tools that combine shapes. The first tool here will unite the selected shapes, so let's click the Unite tool. Now we have one shape instead of many. Let's look in the Layers panel to see what happened. Let's expand the twisty right here next to normal Pathfinder, and we'll see that all of the ellipse shapes are now combined into one path. Let's take a look at the tree on the right. This tree is made exactly like the other tree. We'll notice here that we have a lot of different ellipse shapes, and also one of the shapes here is a different color. Let's select the top part of the tree, hold down Shift to deselect the trunk. This time hover over Unite and notice that we have a tooltip that asks us to option click to get a compound shape. So let's hold Option, click Unite, and again we have a compound shape, but this time let's look at the Layers panel, and instead of one shape that is not editable, we have a lot of different paths that can still be edited. So let's deselect, reselect, and see that yes, we do have one shape. We could add a fill color or a stroke, just like over here. If we select this guy, we could change the fill color. We could also add a stroke. And we could do the same thing here if we needed to. Let's use the Swatches panel and choose a different color green, and also add a stroke. And you'll see that we have one object. This time, however, if we choose the Direct Selection tool, keyboard shortcut of A, we can select individual pieces and modify the tree. So let's see how this will be of benefit. Let's make a copy of this tree. We'll select the entire tree, move it over a little bit, hold down the Option key, and drag to make a copy. Since no two trees are exactly alike, we'll resize some of the ellipse shapes here. Click the Direct Selection tool and click to modify these shapes. The Free Transform tool would be a great tool for that. And we can modify the shapes individually. To save a little time, so we don't have to go over every time and click right on the Free Transform tool, you may notice that as we hover, there's a shortcut of E. So let's select these pieces, and if we click E on the keyboard, that'll give us our Free Transform tool, and we can continue to modify. We'll switch back and forth from the Direct Selection tool, click E, and modify the pieces of the tree. When you're finished with your tree, let's get the regular selection tool, shortcut of V, and deselect our tree. In this video, we've learned that we can use the Pathfinder panel to convert multiple shapes into a single shape, and we learned by holding down the Option key and using the tool, not only can we create a single shape, but the individual objects can still be selected and modified. In our next video, we'll explore the Shape Builder tool, which will allow you to create multiple shapes easily and intuitively. See you then.